What's up? Woo, just another day, right? Whew, tired, bruh. But enough of that. What was this? Did I pay the tax, man? Oh my goodness. What is going on, good people? Now, how well did you know Queen Latifah? Did you know that she is the queen, the absolute queen of getting carjacked? That is correct. Queen Latifah is the queen of getting carjacked. Now, Queen Latifah was always very big with like New York, Jersey, the whole nine. Right? They had respect for her because out of all the other MCs from around the way, Latifah was like royalty. Like you didn't touch Queen Latifah. One, she'll probably knock your teeth out. I mean, if you was to test her, she was a very tall, big woman, authoritative, didn't take no mess. Plus, they ran with a clique, the Flavor Unit, which ran with a crew of dudes from East Orange, New Jersey, known as the Fort. And they didn't play any games. But as the Fort dissipated, and as the years kind of went from 92 to 95, you had a bunch of new young kids who didn't really know about respect or anything, just some teenagers out doing what they do, jacking. And it's ironic that she was on the set of a movie. She was doing her show, Living Single. All right, now, anyway, Living Single is born. She's doing this show, but they're also filming a movie called New Jersey Drive. If you're a hip hop head, you know about New Jersey Drive, so stop. New Jersey Drive, which highlighted what teens were going through in New Jersey. In a certain section, guys would jack cars, get paid for it, take it to chop shops, or just joyride with the car till they leave it somewhere and get another one. This was happening just as a frequent day in Jersey. So this became a major, major problem. And here's why. Queen Latifah would pull up, sorry about that, in her green bluish BMW. It was about $70,000. At the time, that was a sweet ride. She pulls up in that BM, looking all clean, and it's another car behind them that's following her. And as soon as they come to a light on Martin Luther King Drive, dudes just jump out, like jump out boys, like Ricardo Rodriguez. Two 19-year-old boys and Vashawn Fortune. Both of them come up, guns pointed, order them to get up out the car. So everybody get up out the car. They take the car and take off. But before that, one of her bodyguards, a guy by the name of Sean Moon, who was 23 at the time, was shot in the stomach by Rashawn. He falls flat, boom, right on his back. Queen Latifah flagged down a cab driver or whatever, and they acted fast and got him to the hospital. And saved Sean's life. Her acting fast really is what did it. Now, word got out Queen Latifah got carjacked in the hood on Martin Luther King Drive. The best thing that happened to these kids, these two 19-year-olds, was that they got arrested. It wasn't going to take long before that happened. A lot of you may not know, Queen Latifah had a brother who was a police officer. Okay? She loved him dearly. And this is a very, we're going to touch more on that in the Patreon, because I feel like we got to do this whole thing justice. So we'll talk about that in the Patreon. More about, him and how it ties into her. But Winky is what she called him, Winky. That was her brother. He was a cop. He's a police officer. And he lost his life, driving a motorcycle. And I'm quite sure she kept the key around her neck for years. Her brother's motorcycle key. She dipped it in gold and made a necklace out of it and wore it. So we're going to get more into that because I don't want to get sidetracked. But anyway, cops, everybody was looking to bust this guy, these kids. So anyway, the kids get caught. And as the kids are caught, you're looking at, okay, what's going to happen here? Court, whatever, carjacking. One guy gets shot, one guy, okay. These are 19-year-olds. Of course, because of the stature of who the person was, Rashawn Fortune cut a deal and went against his friend Ricardo Rodriguez, also 19. All Rodriguez did was point a gun, just like Fortune. He didn't shoot anybody. He got behind the wheel of the car and drove. And because he got in the wheel of the car and drove, at 19 years old, he was sentenced to 18 years in prison. 18 years. Why? Because his partner, Rashawn Fortune, who actually shot Sean Moon. Am I ratting? No, because he told the police he did. He said, I shot him and took a plea deal where he rolls over on his friend, Ricardo Rodriguez, so he can get 7 to 21 years in prison. So they sentenced him to a 7 to 21 year sentence where he was out in 7 years. Rodriguez had to serve 9 years of his sentence before he could be eligible for parole. Meanwhile, Fortune will be eligible at 7. Needless to say, they're both out now. Hopefully, these brothers have learned their lessons. And for Ricardo, I would not be talking to Fortune or anybody associated with him. Now, that was massively excessive, but they wanted to send a message. And it was ironic that New Jersey Drive was out, and her song Jersey and everything else was about the carjackings and things of that nature. Now, you would think this was it, right? But it isn't. Queen Latifah had her car jacked again just a few years ago. She went to a Shell gas station in Fulton County, I believe. They jumped into the driver's seat while somebody was pumping gas and gone in the car. And guess what it was again? She was driving, the driver of her 2015 Mercedes Benz, it was the S63, for those who care, aka the 63 Sport, was pumping gas when a white BMW pulled up beside him. Then they heard the vehicle ignition start and saw the car speed up. So they had to call the owner of the car, who was Dana Owens, aka Queen Latifah. Now, the police tracked down their vehicle to an apartment complex on McDaniel Street in Atlanta. So they said they found 3 male new to vehicle, as well as the white BMW and another Dodge Charger. And they said another vehicle was stolen, same where in College Park. So they got the car back. She came down, inspected the vehicle, and she found lemonade and fruit punch bottles left behind by the thieves. The thieves took off on foot and got out of there. Now, when they found the lemonade and fruit punch bottles, that was typical the signs of somebody sipping on some lean and was all leaned out here jacking cars. So you gotta be careful where you're going at all times. So her car gets jacked not once but twice. So, whew, let that sink in, man. It's just terrible, very terrible. But for this one, she wasn't there for. She just happened to be the owner of the vehicle. So, man, it's a lot going on, man. And I'm just too tired to be involved in it. Yeah, taxes are draining, man. If you ever got to do taxes, woo, buddy, do something else. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm working with the team to do my taxes, and this is crazy. It's crazy time. Now, let me get out of here. I'm gonna put 4 videos up so you guys can check them out. There's probably some you seen, some you didn't. So hopefully you like them. And don't forget you could donate to the page and hit the Cash App up. Carcino's the name on the Cash App. And yeah, that's it. We out.